Welcome back to AM Northwest. During the pandemic, the nature of work changed dramatically. Many are calling it the Great Reset. But what does that mean for your career moving forward? Here to share some of the changes predicted for the post-COVID workplace, we welcome back career strategist and professional brand expert, Dr. Carol Parker Walsh. Good morning.
Good morning.
So now people are going back to the office and things have changed for the most part, really.
Yeah, things have changed dramatically with COVID. I mean, I can't even say we're post-COVID because we're still
there. Yeah.
We're still in the middle of the pandemic, but a lot of things have changed in terms of the nature of work. And anyone who has probably, they've been horribly or positively or incredibly impacted by it. So part of your career management plan has to be to pay attention to the trends.
Yeah.
So you know how to best protect yourself, how to best, be proactive around what you want to do in your career, and so that you continue to advance and get the positions that you want and to move forward. But things have definitely shifted. So we have to be aware of how they have shifted and how they'll continue to shift moving forward so that people can be prepared and make the best possible plans for their.
Well, you've got to be adaptive. And one of the things you say is to expect new rules around social distancing.
Absolutely, particularly those workplaces that have high levels of proximity, which are quite a few. So we're talking about healthcare, banks, retail, conferences, classrooms where people are teaching, beauty salons, any place where there's really close proximity between individuals who are working together. They're still going to be required to do some level of social distancing. So we're not going to be all the way back together. I know we see a lot of restaurants they were so horribly impacted by the pandemic. And so they're letting more and more people in because they need to make that money, get that money back. And so a lot of these high touch, high proximity areas are going to really still be struggling with wanting to get more people back to normal, but they're going to still probably need to maintain some social distancing.
Yeah.
So I would still expect to see some of that involved because, even if we're not just thinking about COVID, we're also thinking about the flu, the cold, which just seem to us, we don't even think about as much anymore. But there's still these other viruses that are still coming along, particularly as we move through the summer and get back into the fall. So social distancing is still going to be a thing.
Remote work is also here to stay, I'm sure.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, actually, people have been more productive working from home. Studies have shown over and over again, and almost over 60% of people have been working from home. And a lot of employers right now are looking at either allowing their employees to continue to work from home or to create some type of hybrid. And actually, about 85 to 90% of employees, one study showed, want to have some type of ability to work at home at least 3 to 4 days a week, if not completely at home, because more flexible, it prevents burnout. It creates a lot more ability for them to focus in on the work at hand, as opposed to having to go through the commuting and the parking and the dressing.
I was going to say the environment benefits from that as well. I mean,
absolutely. And so, and studies have shown that employees are finding themselves to be much more productive. There was a fear, obviously, with people working from home that, oh my God, we're not going to be able to watch them or see what they do, or they're going to goof off. But that has absolutely not been the case. So employers are looking to create these hybrid situations for allowing employees to continue to work from home because it is in very, very much high demand, which is also a good thing for employees who are over 40 and 50, which is another conversation. But there could definite benefits around ageism when you move more to a hybrid or remote work environment.
You say there will be new jobs that require new skills.
Absolutely. With the advancement of automation that we've seen over the course of the last year, people are on the internet, they're ordering. So a lot of people had to update their systems in terms of the ability to interact long distance as opposed to face. So people had to up level their systems and their automation. And as a result, we're going to find more and more, particularly high paid employees wanting to up level those skills because they're going to be faced with new positions. About 25% of employees are going to have to retool and reskill in order to keep up with the changing demands. There's not only going to be new technology to deal with, but new positions that we didn't even think about before that are going to be created, and old positions that may go away. So there's going to require employees to really think, look at their skill sets, look at the positions that are out there, and start to update, get some skills in data automation, learn technology a little bit more, these type of things, and data analysis. These kind of skill sets are going to go a long way as we move into the new age of work.
And the traditional work hours are going to be kind of a thing of the past, right?
Absolutely. You know, as I said before, 83% of employees or more find themselves to be much more productive with a flexible work schedule. And, you know, the 9 to 5, the 40-hour work week was invented by the boomers. And so we now see the new generation redefining what that's going to mean. So people are much more interested in having what's called work fluidity, where they're able to work a few hours and then take care of family, go back to work for a few hours and things of the like. Now, the challenge with that is that the time frame of work is going to have to be redefined, because people struggled with when to turn off work when they came onto work. So we saw a lot of burnout. We saw a lot of people Zoom fatigue. We saw a lot of that over the last year with this constantly feeling like you're on for work. And so really having the fluidity and the ability to be on and off of work is great, but we're still going to have to find parameters around that to prevent burnout and to prevent people from just working all hours of the night and not taking care of themselves, not getting the rest they need, so they can continue that level of productivity that we found with people who are working remotely and from home.
All really good points. Dr. Carol Parker Walsh, thank you so much.